Hey there, Print and Play friends. I'm excited to show you something that I've been testing. So in my search for cards that I can make that are similar to regular playing cards like these bicycle ones, my main method that I've been using has been, like I made with these cards, is printing on 32-pound linen paper using the gutter fold method where you fold the fronts and backs together. I call it also the 8-card layout. Some people call it 4-card layout. It's 4 fronts, 4 backs, fold in half. Well, this card is made with that, so it's got 32-pound paper on one side, 32-pound on the back. I do not have a core in this, so the card is very flexible and not very stiff. It's actually pretty thin. The thinness is actually pretty comparable to a regular playing card. I think it's almost about the same, but it doesn't have that stiffness that comes with regular playing cards. However, I really like this method, which I've shown in other videos, because it can riffle shuffle. Now this is only 24 cards, which I'll show why I've only done 24, but it riffle shuffles really well. However, reading some comments on the Print and Play Facebook group, somebody had mentioned using laminate in the middle, and I've seen that mentioned I think in the past, but I had this idea to separate the laminate and put it in between as the core of my 32-pound. However, I made these cards, which is this game Potions class that I supported on Kickstarter and got the Print and Play files for. Cute game. I printed on 24-pound linen paper, so it's the thinnest linen paper I have. Used the gutter fold method, and I put in between as a core just one sheet of a laminate pouch, meaning I separated a laminate pouch. So this card has a nice bend to it. It's got some stiffness, but flexibility, and it has a nice sound to it. It has a nice little snap. So I'm going to show how that sounds when comparing cards. So here's the regular. If you count out cards, you get that nice snap. So you hear that nice snap. So with my ones that have no core and just the 32-pound, there's no snap. Well, very slight, but it's paper. You don't get much of a plastic snap. These cards, however, which have the plastic core, give a nice snap. And their stiffness, now there's only 24 cards in this test I did, but they riffle shuffle really well. Even with only 24 cards, you can hear the sound. You can hear that snap, that bit of plastic sound. Now, of course, if you've done research on playing cards, you'll know that most of them, it's the glue and what they put in the glue when they put the layers together. There's a couple methods, but for print and play at home cards, these I'm really pleased with. They feel nice. I spray them with acrylic spray before gluing. So after I put the core in, I ran it through a laminator to heat that layer, and I made sure that the side of the laminate, which was in the core, I made sure that it was facing towards the backs, if that makes sense. I'm going to go grab a sheet to show you. Okay, I'm back. So here's a sheet I printed. I have not sprayed this. Usually I spray these sheets with an acrylic spray, and let it sit and dry for 20 minutes, mostly to air out for the smell. So I would take this sheet and then I would spray glue on it. Then I would take this is a laminating pouch, and this I believe is a 3mm, and then I would just separate it. You can rip it apart or you can cut it, whatnot. So I would take it. So one side, the inside of the pouch, is the slightly tacky side. It's the side that would glue into the document. So I would take that. See, this is the back, so I would put that on the back. So after spraying my sheet, I would lay, and it's really tricky because the spray glue's on there, but I would lay a sheet on there. And actually, the way I did it is I pop this open like this. When I spray it, I pop them open. And so when they're popped open, it kind of makes it easier to lay something on it. So then I would just carefully take it. I don't know if you can even see this in the video. Like that. And I would lay the sheet on it, spread it out. Then I would fold this over, spread it out, spread it, flatten it really nice, flip it over. I like to flatten the other side. So then I have the other side here. I would attach another one too. So I could get 2 of these on one sheet, and then the other part of the pouch, the other side, I would do 2 more on. So with a laminating pouch, I can get 4 sheets of the 4 cards on. So then the thing is though that it's really important to trim this off. So see this laminate sticking out? You can kind of see you have to trim that off before putting it through the laminator. So trim this off on 3 sides, the edge between the 2, and then trim that one. And then I ran this through the laminator, and I flipped it and did it again a second time just to kind of make it nice. But that's the method I use. Then cut out my cards as usual. And I use a guillotine cutter, which I should probably video how I do that to make my cards so exact. But anyways, this method turned out so nice. These cards are nice and just have a good flexibility to them. However, they are thicker than playing cards. So you can see, I'm going to try to hold these up. Maybe put this and see if I can line this up, that they are thicker. So this is 24 cards, and you can see they're, you know, quite a bit thicker, but for what I'm getting out of it, it's not too bad. Whereas my other method of 32 pounds with no core, they're much similar in thickness. They're there is a little bit of a increase, but not much. However, for the stiffness that I get with this just stiffness, but not too stiff, it works out really well. So I'm excited. Next time I'm going to try a full deck of cards in some print and play. I don't know which one yet. And try it out and see how it goes. But I've been riffle shuffling these. Played a game with my daughter last night. I've been pulling on them a lot to see if they would separate. So far I haven't had any separation using the glue and the sprayed glue to laminate. So seems to be working pretty well. So I'm pretty pleased with it.